parents, it's Miss Jansen, and students. I wanted to go over really quickly the questions from the math. Let me send her. The questions from the math problems today that were in the assignments because I think they're a little confusing. So I just want to go over them really quickly with you and your students so that you have a clear understanding and so that you're not confused because the wording is weird. The first question says, draw a picture of shapes showing 3 plus 4 equals 7, writing the numbers underneath your picture. So our first problem is 3 plus 4 equals 7. In my classroom, we don't really draw shapes that much, but we do draw circles and lines for our addition problem. This is because we're trying to get them to learn actual methods instead of just like drawing to draw. So underneath 3, I would suggest either using lines or circles. I'm going to go ahead and use circles. So 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And an easy way to do this with your child is to have like 3 of something and 4 of something and let them make the groups first and then copy that onto the paper. If they're confused with the addition sign and the equal sign, the best thing to do is start with groups of actual objects and move them and then go and draw their pictures based off that. I think that's a little bit easier. The next question says, all right, I'm working off my phone. The next question says, draw a picture of some of your toys showing any addition fact that you want that equals less than 10. I have gotten some questions about this. What I would suggest doing is finding toys or stuffed animals less than 10 and letting your child make 2 groups and then counting those groups. And it doesn't matter at all what the groups are. It can be anything as long as it equals less than 10. So don't show them more than 10 objects. That's literally 2 plus 5 equals 7. 1 plus 4 equals 5. Anything underneath 10 on that question is completely right. Number 3 says, draw or trace your fingers showing any addition fact that equals less than 10. This is the exact same thing as the one above it, except they want you to like draw your fingers or trace your fingers. Y'all can just do lines. So if your problem is 6 plus 2 equals 8, y'all can just either use lines, plus 2 equals 8, or again, you can do circles. You don't have to do the finger tracing because I don't think it's actually improving the children's understanding. And we usually in the classroom either use lines or circles for everything. So if they're more familiar with the lines and the circles, then that's what I would just work with. And the last one says, draw a picture of anything you want that shows the addition fact 2 plus 3 equals 5. And that's the exact same thing as these 2 problems. They just want you to draw a picture of it. And like I said before, we mostly focus on using lines and circles as our counting. Of course, they can use other things. They can draw flowers or stars. But as far as a practical standpoint, I would probably stick with lines and circles just because that's what we're familiar with. That's what we've been working on. And it's also quicker. Like when they get to upper grades, they're not going to sit there and draw a flower or a tree for their bigger problems. It makes more sense for them to be more familiar with the actual methods that we use instead of just drawing pictures. And I hope this cleared up some questions. Let me know if you have any more questions. Of course, you can reach me on Dojo or text. Let me know.